Hello lads and lasses, it's Gizmo, and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Now in the last episode we left off, we had started setting up our steel production, and in this episode we're hopefully going to finish our steel production. I was up here just, finishing up the layout of our steel base, and I was just looking out. We've got buildings all over the place. There's one over there, one there. You can't see it because of the fog and, the sky, but there's some over there too. We've pretty much mapped out a lot of this area with just tons and tons of bases, and there's still going to be more. We've got tons of things that we're going to do, and this entire place is probably going to become one just gigantic mega base. Or I'll keep it all spread out, and we'll just do it by truck. Anyways, in this episode, we're going to be going ahead and finishing up our steel production, making sure that it's all perfect for essentially what's going to be a starter steel production. Because for the next tier of the space elevator, we need the steel pipes and steel beams, I think. I don't remember because I don't have it put up. But I actually used the website that I told you guys about last time, which is going to be Satisfactory Calculator. I'll put a card. I said I'm going to put a card in some of my videos. I'm actually going to put a card in this one to the site that I used. Now, I've mapped it out perfectly to where we're going to be doing 40 steel pipe and 45 steel beam a minute. Now, that's where we're going to require 2 steel pipe constructors, 3 steel beam constructors, and that's going to be using 240 iron and 240 coal. Now, the 240 coal is going to be coming from down there. I'm actually going to bump it up times 2, just because, well, in order to get it going, we're going to need to bump it up times 2. Because that's going to be 240. Right now it's at 120. Now, we don't have the belts to actually do 120, or to do 240. We only have the belts to do 120. So I'm kind of thinking ahead when doing this, because we're going to be getting Mark III kind of close, or, pretty soon. So I'm not too worried about it. But another thing we can do is also just simply have everything. So instead of doing the 40 and the 45, we'll be doing 20 and 45, 22.5. So we'll be doing that pretty soon. Also, for those of you that didn't know, if you press N, you can actually do 45 divided by 5, and it's got an in-game calculator. You can also just multiply that by like 23 or 34 or whatever. You can also do %3, and it'll give you remainders. So there's a calculator in-game, if you did not know about that. It also allows you to look things up. So if you go to steel, I can look at steel beams, and it'll tell me, click to expand, all the different recipes things. Steel beams, steel pipes, all of that. You can also look up, so if you look up steel beams, steel ingots, you can also then see kind of all these other things as well. And you can go through them. Equipment, parts, buildings, vehicles. You can even go to tutorials, and there's a ton of different tutorials that you can look at. It's pretty much all the stuff that was in the beginning of the game, but if you didn't read it, you can go back to here. So you got inbox, tutorials, recipes, all that stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I haven't designed the layout of it yet. I don't actually know where the miners are going to go, because I haven't laid out anything. I know that there's one here for steel, or iron. There's another one here for iron, and we're just going to go ahead and combine these two into a singular track, because I can do 120, so that's 60, 60, 120 going out. And most of these things that we're going to be doing inside of here are actually going to be 120. Now, you can also put catwalks on top of this if you did not know about it, because I didn't for the longest time. You can put catwalks. Alright, production, miner. And there's one there and one there. So we're going to go ahead and combine these two again into 60-60 to 120. So those will be combined going straight out. These will be combined going straight out. And they'll probably both converge here-ish. And we'll do the constructors here because I want to put up a tractor area, because this place is, well, it's far away, and we're going to have to put it to where a space elevator is, and our space elevator, again, is going to be kind of far over there. So we're going to go ahead and get everything set up, so that way we can build it into a nice, big space elevator. Now, when it comes to the foundry, one thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and, nope, We don't smelt these, right? Do we smelt these beforehand? Or is it just, let's see, foundry, floor is too steep. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. But if you place down enough catwalks, the floor becomes an actual floor. Production foundry. There we go. Now we can look at the things. So steel ingot actually just requires the raw products. Now, oops. Yeah, go back to the foundry. Steel ingot. 45 per minute, so it takes in 45 per minute. So we're going to need about, even in Satisfactory calculator, I have it mapped out. We need 5.4 foundries. So what we're going to do is 4 of them at 100%, and then 2 of them at 0.7% or 70% each. 0.7% would be 70. 0.7 is 70, yada, yada, yada. All right. So we're going to be doing 6 of these. 2 at 0.7, rest at 1. So let's go ahead and set up the foundries. And again, we're going to be doing it along this bottom corner. What I can do is I kind of like having this L shape. It allows me to look more over here. Yeah, so this will be... Actually, I can get rid of this entire line. I'm just trying to make our footprint as small as possible. While we are making factories, I'd still like to kind of keep it, looking somewhat decent and not completely denaturized. So, this one. There we go. All right, so we're going to pull it down here. This will be where the foundries go. Let's go ahead and pull the belt real quick. Let's see, press E to upgrade to the max that I have right now, Mark II. If you press your belt on your hotkey, you can press E to cycle between the different Mark IIs that you have, or different kinds that you have. So Mark II, Mark I, you can just press E and cycle between them. All right, we're going to try to get this set up straight. Should be right about here-ish, I think. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Is I want it set up straight, so we are going to... Let's see. I don't want to do this. If you set it up like this, and then you put it to somewhere that's actually on the world grid, it's going to set up in such a way that this is always slightly off. These aren't built perfectly to world grid, so you have to be wary of that. There we go. So if you want it built to the world grid, you're going to have to build it to the world grid close to it, and then build it to the world grid elsewhere. Now, if we grab a merger, you can simply just look at the belt, and it'll merge for you. There you go. And same with over here. Press 3, belt, make sure it's a Mark II, going in. Actually, technically, these don't need to be Mark IIs, and you can actually save some resources by just making them Mark Is. Mark I, Mark II. So those are Mark Is, this is Mark II, 6060 to 120. Again, over here, we're going to do 6060 to 120. So, let's see. And we're going to build some more catwalks just so I can actually see what we're doing. I don't want to be on the floor just because it'll be easier to build when we're up in the air. There we go. Yeah, Mark Is. Here we go. And we'll just kind of pull it out really far. No actual reason. Well, actually, yeah. So what we're going to do is pull it out to the same distance as this belt, more or less. What is it? Right. There we go. That way these two are kind of lined up. Come on. There it is. Alright. Now this should be lined up. We get rid of these. Go back to 3. You can actually just rotate this guy in and set it up on a straight line. And it should be, for the most part, lined up. There we go. It wasn't lining up because one's in and one's out, so they were going against each other. Now the reason we're doing this is just so we can pull everything together onto a separate track, or onto a singular track, not a separate track. And then we're going to pull it in to here, and we're going to set all the constructors up here. That way we can just kind of separate things out. Now, I could bring it all down here and then do it here and have the roadway set up there. But the way I want to do this is I'm going to have all this together in the center, have the roadway go about here, and then it's going to do a turn here and back off. So I'm actually going to have to put the foundation up on this one. So, again, put in another merger. You can come out like so, and then turn at a 45. All right, 45. Yep. And we'll put you on the center. All right. Merger. Oh, excuse me. I did not know a sneeze was coming. My bad. Alright, in order to make it so that it's set up perfectly where I want it, simply put down another merger around the spot that you want it. And then it'll just kind of connect. Okay, so where is it? I don't want you to snap. Can I? I'll press H and then I can just nudge it. There we go. Alright, now these two are set up on a singular track. Let's go ahead and place down our power lines. Well, power poles. Again, I'm going to try to keep things somewhat even. Alright. And yeah, you can follow the path. Simply because why not? Have it look somewhat put together. Right there. I think that's right. Could be wrong. Who knows? We shall just keep going with it. So we get to down here. Place it in the center-ish area. And connect it up. There we go. Now, I could run the power lines to over here, because I'm pretty sure... Nope, that doesn't have power. Never mind. Those power lines are going to be over there, so we're going to put this guy just kind of over there, and we can just kind of wait to do that one till we go back. So, now we're going to do the constructors. Alright, let's see. You... Oh, this needs to be belt mark 2, so if we press, what is it, E? Yep. Upgrade these, and pull it out. Stop trying to connect to the line. If you have a line in your way, it's going to try to connect to the line, which is kind of annoying. Another catwalk. One thing I am glad about is that there's not stability in this game. So like I can build as far out as I want to off of the ground, and it's not like, hey, you're in danger of it collapsing. Because this would most definitely collapse. Alright, so the question is, how far out do I want to pull it? Now, I could do this entire row of machines, but that's not really what I want. We have to do foundries first. So the foundries, and then the constructors, and the cars can come in, go down here, load up, and then pull out. So we can actually just do this entire area. So we're going to have the foundries down here. So let's go ahead and grab a foundry, or sorry. I keep saying foundry, but then grabbing smelters. Not what I meant to do. Alright. So at 45 each, right, it was 6 with 2 at 0.7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Shoot. Not what I wanted. Nope, that is what I wanted. Is it? Hold on. Oh, there's a rock in the way. That's why. Okay. 5. And I don't have enough for 6. Okay. Alright. Well, that gives us 5. And this kind of gives us the lineup that we want for what we're going to do. Now, with there being 6, what we're going to do is 3 each. So we're going to have this guy split this way instead, and he's going to go to 1, 2, 3, and then this guy is going to come in and again be split into 1, 2, and 3. What I can do to get back up is actually just go to organization, another lookout tower on this end. I can see it. Right? Is that correct? There we go. That's correct. 2 lookout towers, 1 on either end, and that gives you the ability to climb up on either side. Okay, come on. And it'll make it look somewhat more realistic. Not completely realistic, because I still have a giant walkway that's being held up in the middle of the air by nothing, but somewhat realistic. Alright. Let's go ahead and get rid of these Mark IIs, because I decided to change my mind. We're going to do all the foundries down here. So, we're going to split this again into threes. This is going to be a splitter. So, and this is going to be the iron. The coal is going to be split into 2, and then each of those 2 is going to be split into 3, because we're going to be doing 240 split into 2, which is 120 each, and then split into 3, which is going to be 45, right? Now, well, technically, each one will be getting the same amount. The 0.7 will get backed up, yeah. So what's going to happen is 3 is going to be split evenly. So it'll be the 3 will eventually get backed up, and then the other 2 will take up for it. So as of right now, what we're doing is kind of inefficient, because we'll be having, what, 60 or 120 split into 3, which is, you know, what is it? 40. So then the 0.7 will be taking in less than 40, and so what'll happen is that 0.7 will get backed up, and then the backup will just go into the other 2 machines. So it's semi-inefficient, but it's what we're going to work with for now. Forget what it's called. There's a certain production method that this actually accounts for. So, alright, now each of these only needs to be Mark 1, because of the simple fact that actually, some of these need to be Mark 2, some of these need to be Mark 1. So, the beginning one needs to be a Mark 2, because the beginning is going to be the 120, which goes in. Then this gets split into... Oh, I did say I was going to split it 3 ways, didn't I? Huh. Well, this method works too. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it this method. Alright. So the first one is going to be 120, and this will take away 60, which will give us, what? Yeah, 120 minus 60. So this will be 60. So yeah, they only need to be Mark 1s because of that. Now, it will get backed up, because this will only do 45, so then it'll be 75 going out. So this will need to be a Mark 2. Just kidding. Is once it gets backed up. So you have 120 going in, then you have 60, but this is only taking at 45 per. So you have an extra 15, so that'll be 75, which is less than 60, so you need a Mark 2. And this takes 60, technically 45, which will then give you 30, and then this runs at 30 per. And then we reduce this to 70, because each of the 3 lines takes 70, so this is 31.5. So then this should be correct. Because we're going to be taking 240 in per minute, so... Yeah, this should be right. 6, 2 at 0.7 gives me 1.4. Oh no, I don't need 6, I only need 5. Right? I only need 5? Hold on. I could do 5, or no, I still need 6 with 1 at 0.4, or I do 6 with 2 at 0.7. No, I got it right, okay. So then, the other foundry, I think I have enough room to place it down here instead of going that way, because going that way would place me in the grass. I just don't have the stuff right now. I need more rotors. I just didn't grab enough rotors. We didn't have any in the thing that I had grabbed. So what we're going to do is grab the production line over here and just run it down here. Now, I know it's kind of a long production line, and I was trying to stay away from that, but with just how far away these each of these irons are, it's just going to be a little complicated doing that. This would stick out from the wall. Nope, it wouldn't. Okay. 3. Thank you. 2. Thank you. I don't think I can build across this, can I? Oh, I do have enough. Okay. Wasn't sure if it was going to be long enough. There we go. It's like right at the edge. Cool. Makes it easier for me. Now, I don't know how large the foundry is actually going to be, but we'll place it here. All right. Now, we're going to need some more splitters. So that's 3 for these, 3 for these, like so. Right? Yep. 1. 2. And then there will be a third one there. So, same as the last one. This last one only needs a 60. This only needs a 60. This needs a 60. And then this next one needs a 120. So a Mark II. Alright. Let's go grab some rotors real quick. Actually, let's go ahead and start setting up this coal. Now, the one thing I do want to do with the coal is I'm going to run the coal here. And then actually, go ahead and plug this hole real quick. The coal is going to be run next to this guy. Oh, and this isn't straight. That's going to bother me if it isn't. Mark II, thank you. Alright. See, it's going to bother me if this isn't run straight. And then what we're going to do is just basically run it straight and then run it above each one of these. So, we'll place a splitter, because we want to split this. And the splitter is going to go in front of each one of these. Now, the biggest reason for this is that when I set it up like this, what I'm going to do is actually build it too tall. These are the coals will be too tall. And that's just for the simple fact that I'm going to run a vertical down. There we go. But it should give us a pretty small footprint for our coal. Or for our steel foundries. There we go. Nope, not down. Up. Didn't want down, I wanted up. Alright. Then we can get rid of the bottom ones. Is that not correct? I don't think I had that correct for some reason. Okay. There we go. So yeah, this one needs to be a Mark 1. Get rid of this. This one needs this. This one needs to be a Mark 2. Wait. Why is that going in? No, I want this going out, not in. What? Do I have this wrong? Yeah. No. 6. An in to an out. Like so. I actually wish you could limit your belt speed. That, I think, would be great. It's like you can have a 120 belt, but you can limit it to 80. You can have a 60 belt, and you can limit it to 45. I think that would be pretty cool. And would be a fantastic idea. Also, why does it feel like those aren't correct? They are. Okay. But then this guy... Oh, because that's an input. You need to be rotated. Yes, you do. Just like so. Also these... Nope, these are correct at Mark 1s. I was like, wait, that's not correct. No, it is. In. To an out on that side. There we go. Because I had it set to an in on this side, not an out. What are you doing? Why are you not participating? Ah. I got that one rotated wrong. Yeah, I need you rotated. Sorry. Splitter. There we go. Alright, now you can go in. You need to be Mark 2. Alright. Mark 2, Mark 2, Mark 1, Mark 1, Mark 1, Mark 1. Okay, that's all correct. Alright, sweet. Now, when it comes to the coal is going to be kind of weird because we're only running 120, so technically we'll only be running at 3 machines total. And it's going to be the first 3 machines. Well, technically the first 4, because that's going to be 0.7, that's going to be 1, 1, and then 0.7. So the first one over here should be a 0.7, so you should be 70. And you should be 100. Okay. Alright. Hold on. Where's the first one for this guy? This one. You should be 70. You should be 100. Not 10. Not 10. 100. There we go. Okay. Now that should be correct. So what we have is we're going to have 100, 100, 0.7, 0.7. So you're 0.7. You should be 0.7. And then you're 100. And then there's going to be another 100 here. Okay, that's correct. So now with the coal, we're going to be doing is running everything at a Mark II, just for the way that everything is going to be set up. Because eventually it's going to be Mark IIIs, but everything's going to be running down to a Mark II. Or Mark II, yeah. And then technically this last one can be a Mark I, because you're only going to have 45 going in. And then here, yeah, so only 45 going in to this guy. But you're going to have 120 coming in, with 45 going this way, 45 going that way, so you're going to have 90 total. Alright. Now what we need to do is grab our logistics and our conveyor lifts, and what we're going to do is actually use these conveyor lifts for the coal, if I can get it right. There we go. They're not tall enough. Wait. Oh, can I do it like that? Oh, yeah, I can. Cool. Looks weird, but it works, so. It's like a mini version. Awesome. This actually works. Stoked that it does. Yeah, each one of these is going to be a Mark I, because it's only going to be inputting 45 at the most. Come on. Sweet. There we go. Hey, look at that. She's a beauty. She works. Okay. Now we're going to do power poles, because oh, that's not power pole. Why is my power pole not set up on number 1? There we go. Power pole's number 1. Alright. You, number 2. We can just start building power poles. We're going to do 1 power pole each, just because makes it more efficient that way, instead of trying to worry about power poles being completely, used up. That's not what I said. This way, just have run 1 power pole each. That's not what I said. Might be what I meant, but not what I said. Or, might be what I said, but not what I meant. Alright, and then this guy goes here. You'll use that foundry. Then, 1 more foundry. Alright, so we will be right back once I go grab those rotors. Oh, and we can run the power lines while I'm doing that. So I'm not going to use the tractor because I'm going to run power lines. Boop boop. We'll be back. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. So in our last episode, I said I was going to do the, I didn't finish it. I did say I was going to do it though. So in the last episode, I did say we were going to do a rotor foundry. I actually do have a rotor foundry set up. It's just not 100% complete. Let me go show you guys. Hold on. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I totally forgot I was working on that. I did some work on it off camera, just because it was kind of a big one. There she is. She's gorgeous. Look at her. This is our rotor foundry, and it's all set up. So this is going to be a way for the trucks to get up, obviously, and to get over to what's going to be the rotor docking port, or docking station, I should say. And this is everything I need. So this outputs, I don't remember how much it outputs, actually. It outputs a lot, though. It's a lot of rotors. This is all rotors. So if we take a look, these are all iron ingots. These are all iron, or iron ingots. These are iron rods. Wait, what? These are iron rods. These are iron screws. And then what we have is, this is very complex. I hate this thing. It was annoying to make. So basically, all of the iron rods filter down, and you can see there's a ton of different splitters. All the iron rods filter down and get put into these guys, but it's only using 10 iron rods per minute. So all the excess iron rods get put out into the center here. You can see it's basically just mirrored. So one side is mirrored to the other side. So all these iron rods output down here. So the excess, because we're doing 15, we're maximizing all of the iron that we're actually using. So 15 per, so 15, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. So 90 per side, which is what, 180 total. And we are inputting 180 because we've got 60, 120. And then the other 180 is going to come from those two. I just haven't hooked them up yet, but they're going to go into that side. So each side is doing 90 of this per minute, but you only need 10 per rod, or per minute for rods. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50. We have 40 left over, and then the 40 and that go into here to make rotors. So you need 20 per minute, so you've got 2 each side, which gives you a total of 40, and then 100 screws per minute each side, which, since we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, we're doing 40 times 5, which is 200. So this is a 100% efficiency for rotors, and because it's 2 sides and we get 4 rotors per minute, we're running at 16 rotors per minute total, which is a good amount. It's nothing to laugh at. So we have plenty of rotors whenever we need them, and I don't have to worry about it. And then it's all going to be hooked up as an input to this guy. So if we look behind here, I actually built a giant wall so you couldn't see everything. I think it's back here. Oh, is it back here? Yep, here it is. Put that foundation back. Thank you. So you can see everything runs down through the floor into these guys, and all of this filters into the singular docking, or, I don't remember what it's actually called. Is it called a docking station? The transport hub. It's basically all run into this singular transport hub right here. And then the cars come in, and they turn around and go out. Actually, what I should do is foundation, not a ramp, a 4-meter ramp. We can do a 2-meter ramp. There we go. That way it's a nice slope. So now we have tons of rotors. All right, we're going to go back to our other facility, and I'll meet you when I get there. Oh, wait, is this a cave? Hold up. Oh, it is a cave. Where does it go? Where does this go? Oh, there's a thingy down here. Ah, there's spiders too. Okay. Cool. There's a cave, but I don't... Where's it... Okay, where's it go to? I need to know. I didn't hear any slugs, but I did hear spiders. Where are we? Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's not too bad. All right. Yeah, so I'll meet you when you get back there. Okay, we're back. So we're gonna go ahead and build this. Ow, last foundry. Turn it around. There we go. And stealing it at 100%. Cool. So now this guy This can go away. What's this connected to? That guy. Alright, this can go away. This can be placed here, like so. This is being used for that. This is being used for that. And you can be connected to this guy. There we go. And all that's being used. Alright. So now, we just have to set up everything else again. So, pull. Delete the bottom one. And a Mark II belt, which will eventually be replaced with a Mark III belt, but for now we're doing Mark II because we just don't have the stuff for it. And then, you're not going to connect? Oh, because you're an output. Oh, because you're the wrong thing. I need a splitter, not a merger. There we go. Oh, Mark II. There we go. One. Okay. Mark 1. Come on. You work for all the others, work for me. No! Why are you not working? Connect. Por favor? Please connect? Why are you not connecting? You worked for literally everything else. Because there's no input? No, there should be an... Why are you not working? Do the thing I want you to do. Please? No! Why? You worked for the other ones. Why are you not working for me now? Aw, I don't like it. Fine. Well, we'll set this guy up. So this needs to be Mark 1. I'll figure it out later. I don't know. It's probably got something weird going on with it. Wait. Oh, it's not in the right spot. That's why. Haha. No wonder. That makes me happier. Alright. Mark 2. Because again, iron is going into this one. And this needs to be Mark 1. Hello, iron. Mark 2. 1, 2. Alright, there we go. This needs to be deleted, actually, because I need to place down a splitter, which is going to have input from this side. Like so. I'm glad it was an easy fix, that it just wasn't aligned properly. That makes me happier. I hope it's just an easy fix like that. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Yes! Look at that. Perfect. Okay. Now we can do the conveyor belt Mark II from in to out. So on and so forth. Alright. In, out, out, out. Alright. This should all be working. Now all we have to do is grab our coal. So, I might be able to build from up here. I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to. Let's find out. It's also not hooked up to power, I don't think. Yeah, no. I can't build from up here, can I? Nope. That's fine. Alright, and then when it comes to power, you can have a power line that runs to... Wire's too long. Go figure. There we go. This can be destroyed. This can be destroyed. Ooh. Yeah, okay. You, and then you need to have a conveyor belt Mark II. I hear a glowy thing. Oh, it's right there. Just another quest item that we're not picking up yet because I still don't know if quest items are good to pick up or if I should just wait until 1.0 comes out. Because there has been talk about 1.0 coming out sometime in the next couple months, possibly, hopefully, we'll see it soon. I won't be restarting another campaign on Mark 1. At least I shouldn't have to. I would hope I don't have to. If I need to, then we'll just have, another series going. And that's perfectly fine. But I'm really hoping that the 1.0 update, the actual final release of Satisfactory, and this will be compatible. Because there's been a lot of games where things like that aren't compatible, and it creates major issues because then, people's stuff is lost. And I'd rather not have to restart. It's been fun, but I don't think you guys want to watch all of this over again. When we've already got so much cool stuff going on. Alright. Nope, we need to put it over. Not what I meant to do. Okay, line it up straight. Thank you. H. And bump it over 1. Should be good. Dang it, I did it again. Alright, mark 2. Line it up. Straight. H. Trying to line it up with the top so that it's not. So when I place down the lift, it doesn't give me any weird interactions. I don't have enough reinforced iron plate. That's unfortunate. Let's play the conveyor lift mark 1 just so I can update it later. And right now we can just have conveyor belt there. Alright, this is too far. Building cannot be nudged. Okay. You're helpful. I have plenty of the plate if I need it. I just have to grab it from base. Alright, so now, conveyor belt mark 1, up. Alright, I'm gonna have to climb up there because I don't think I can go high enough. Which is unfortunate. There we go. Now I can. But I also want to see the height of it. Just to make sure. Alright. Turn your face this way. Yay! It's perfect. Now, I just need more plate. Alright. I could just do this. Yeah, but then it's not lined up. I'd much rather have it lined up. Ooh. I do it like this. H, 1, 2. Nudge there. And then go in. Hey, hey! Ah, it's gorgeous. Look at it. I know there's a box. We're going to take all of this, place another box down. Just so that way it's not overlapping stuff, because I hate it when stuff doesn't look right. All the stuff I just don't need right now, we'll place in there. Any of the rains, any of the bio products, any of the random ores that I have that just aren't useful right now. There we go. And take all and place it back in. Cool. Sort and sort. Done. So this should be everything we need to get iron off the ground. I think. Iron is finally done. Or steel, sorry. Pretty sure I keep saying iron, but I definitely mean steel every time I say it. So this is 100%. This is 100%. This is 70%. This is 70%. This is 100%. This is 100%. Cool. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 4.7, 5. Yeah, 5.4. No, 5.5. Wait. 1.4 is 0.7. How did I... 100... 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.7. Huh? Where am I going wrong in my math? It's 0.7 plus 0.7 is 1.4. Right? Yeah. 7 plus 7 is 14. 0.7.7.4. Oh, yeah. I'm really doing my math wrong. Cool. We added to 5.4. I had a brain fart right there. I had a major brain fart. Alright. We're good. This is 5.4. So this is set up to efficiently produce at 100% with 240 coal going in. I know we don't have 240 coal right now, but we will. Right now we only have 120, and that's fine. We still have 240 iron ore going in, and so we're going to be producing at around 50% of what we're going to be. So we're still only going to be producing at 20 steel pipes and 25 steel or 22.5 steel beams, but that's still a decent amount. So I'm not salty about it. I'm really not. This is probably one of the most efficient beginner steel builds out there. I have a Oh yeah, because this is running only at 60 instead of 120. It's going to be backed up. Because I haven't grabbed enough. I'll fix it. I'm going to change it. I will not forget. But I just don't feel like running back to base right now. And I don't have any chests. Actually, I could. Probably. Okay, so I tried constructing them on a craft bench. It just was going to take way too long. Anyways, our power grid shut down. That's not surprising. I really bumped up the max consumption to 1,280, but our production's only at 750. So I'm actually off camera, off video. I'm going to set up a couple different things. So next video, when we come back, because I'm probably going to end this one. It's a little shorter than all my other videos, but we set up, well, actually, I'll set up some other stuff. Anyways, as I was saying, what I am going to set up on the next video is upgrading this to a just Mark II, and then I'm actually going to build out our power grid a little more. I think I've pretty much maxed out the power grid for what I have right now. I'm going to have to double check when it comes to coal consumption on our power grid, but I'm pretty sure I have it maxed out. So we have that one explodable coal deposit, but we don't have any way of exploding it because we just don't have sulfur. Or bombs, which is sulfur. So next episode, we're definitely going to be doing a sulfur setup. So we're going to be trying to find wherever the heck sulfur is. Oh, great. 815 that way. Cool. Or over there. Alright. We'll probably grab this one because it's closer to base and closer to our coal production. Which will give us the ability to make things from the coal and the sulfur together, which would be awesome. So we'll set that up in our next episode. Just grab that sulfur, bring it over to that coal that's over there, and just have that all set up. For now, we're going to finish up with this one. So I need to build a space elevator to see what the next one is. However, I do know that if we go into production, go into an assembler, and place one down, an issue that we're going to have is versatile framework is something that we need. Now, versatile framework requires modular frames and steel beams. We're producing steel beams here, and we're producing them only at 22.5? Yeah, 22.5 a minute right now. It requires 30 per minute to simply make 5 per minute. That's a lot of steel beams. However, the issue that we're running into is it requires modular frames, which we're building at our other base. So we're actually going to have to set up an actual truck depot to bring either all of this stuff over to our main base or bring all of the main base stuff over to us, because we need those modular frames, and the only place the modular frames are, actually, we have modular frames over here as well, but we've got truck depots to bring those back already. We don't have a main truck / construction area, and that's something else we're going to have to set up. Actually, that'll probably be one of our biggest projects, and our first mega project is just setting up a giant facility that brings everything together and constructs it. Because it seems like we're going to start making things in different areas. For instance, this is steel. This is most of our modular frames and smart plating. This is also a little bit of modular frames and smart plating, but not as much. So we're going to be taking everything, putting it together, making a giant construction area, so that way everything can come together, be built, and then be used. And so I think in one of my mega projects, I'll probably end up doing like a time-lapse video of that. I'll figure out how to set up a secondary camera, and we're just going to go ahead and build a giant mega structure for that simple fact. So the giant mega structure will probably be literally in that giant area that's over there that I was looking at before I fell. Over here, we're going to finish setting up our transportation. So we do need a truck station. Where did I take away that? Okay. So yeah, we're going to need a truck station. Now, one thing that we're going to want is to keep everything pretty much hidden. So this is, oh, we're actually not done. I just realized. This is only the foundries for steel production. We still have to set up our steel pipes and steel beams. each of these is one, the steel pipes taking in 60 and the steel beams are taking in 180. So we have to break this down into different parts because the 180 is going to be split amongst 4. So 2 constructors, so 60 units, 2 constructors. How do I want to split this? I completely forgot about the fact that we actually need to set up the rest of this. So this won't be a short video. Cool. Cool. So we need a total of 5 constructors, with the steel pipes being fed 30. So this should be 100% at 45. This should be 100% at 45, which gives me 90. So split 3 ways, 2 of them put together, 1 of them split another way. Okay. So these guys have to be merged to... Let's see. Merged together, 45, 45, 90, with one output being 60, the other output being 50. So, a merger, then a splitter. Alright. Now, the reason we're setting it up like this, and we're only going to do... Ooh, wow. We're just going to go ahead and take this away. We don't need it right now. Not for what we're doing. And I need the iron plate, because apparently I'm out of it. And I didn't realize that. Alright. Come on. Okay, grab that last one. No, the last one. Thank you. Click. Cool. Alright. So, as I said, these guys are only feeding at 45, so it's fine to do the Mark 1s for it. Not a big deal. The output's off. Okay. Yeah, the output's not centered for a foundry. Super cool. So let's output... Let's do, what is it? It's a merger and then a splitter. Alright. So now it should pretty much be set up. Oops. There we go. Correctly. Okay. So now what this is doing... 40, 40, 45, 45, 90. This needs to be a Mark II. Okay. So now I've got 90 going in, and what we're going to do is have 60 coming out on another splitter. Now, I know this is a lot of splitters and stuff, but this is what we have to do. So, 60 going this way, and this will be 15. Hold on. My brain is not braining right now. So 45, 45, 90. 90's going in. 90's coming out. 90's going into here. Now what I need to do is split it. So 30, 60, 90. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. So this is a splitter. Boom, boom, boom. Splitter, merger. Merger, splitter. So what we're going to do is... So 90 comes into here. 90 comes into here. 15, or 30, 30, 30. And then what we're going to do is have 60 going this way, and 15, or 30 going that way. That's correct. All right. So what I need here is another merger. You go away. I didn't mean to place you. Alright. Alright, so now 60's going in here, 30's going in here. So now I only have 60 here. So then we can do another constructor. So production, constructor. And now these 2 constructors, this is going to be a merger. So now I need a splitter. Actually, technically, I don't even need to have that merger. I can just do 2 different splits. And I can do a constructor. Yep. So constructor, everything's going to pretty much be built on the same path. So H, so I can nudge this guy. I'll just nudge it forward a bit. There we go. Now this guy should line up perfect. All right. Cool. Now you are going to be set up to build steel pipes. So you are steel pipes, 20 per minute. You are steel pipes, 30 per minute. There we go. So 30, 30, and then this is 30 as well. Now this 30 is going to get hooked up to the rest of these guys. So this will create 30. This creates 31. This creates 31. This creates 45. This creates 45. Now this should take in a total of 240, correct? See, the one thing I'm not understanding is I've got the production planner down, and I've got 5.4 foundries taking in 240 a minute. But if you do the numbers, 31.5 plus 31.5, 1.5 and 1.5 gives you 3. So it's going to be 33. So I'm not sure how its number is correct. Because its output definitely doesn't equal 240. Even if I was to reduce this to 40%, it's 18. I still have 3 left over. So I'm not sure what exactly these numbers are, but I don't think Satisfactory calculator's correct, which is a little odd. I definitely thought it would be. But I'll have to look it over again and see what's going on with it. I'll run the numbers myself. I mean, I could do that right now, but I don't want to take that long. So, all right, these two are now set up correctly. So now we're going to have 3 more constructors, which is going to be split between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different inputs out to 3 outputs. And each output requires 60. So we have 3 constructors with 60 each. Now with there being 5 different places, we're actually going to go ahead and center it. And we're going to center it on this guy. So then I want all of my constructors to be in the same line, just so that it makes sense to me and my head. So 1, 2, and 3. And this should give us plenty of room to do what we need to do to split everything. And this will give us the 45 that we need, or, well, the 45 that we calculated. So, with this being like this and needing to have 60 each, what we're going to do is have a splitter like this, and then just a mark 1 into each one of these. So that's 60 each going in. And I only need 60. Now what we have is 45, 90, 120, and technically these two together should give me 60. They don't. This should be marked down to 30, I'm pretty sure. And this should be marked down to 30 as well, if I'm correct. So now I have 90, or 45, 90, 180, 60, which is 240. Yeah, so for some reason Satisfactory calculator actually isn't correct. Each of these should be marked down to 66.666 instead of the 0.7 that it's telling me to do. So I'm not sure if there's a rounding error or what kind of error there is, but this is the correct number. Now each of these has to be input to a 120. So 90 plus 30 is 120. 90 plus 90, 30, 120, and then you are 30 and 30, which is 60. Okay, so 3, you require 60 input, so technically I can merge these two, put it in, merge these 3, and then put it into these 2. Actually, so we can get rid of this guy. We're going to have a splitter located here, and then a merger located here. All right. You go there. You can go here, and then go here. You are going to be a pest, huh? Alright, we're going to do this differently. Just to make it look a little bit nicer instead of having a weird bend to it. So, what we're going to do is merger. Get rid of the top one. I don't need that. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's do these two first. So, a merger, which goes directly into this guy. You. And you. That's 30, 30, 60, 60 going in. Awesome. And then this guy needs all three of these to merge together and then be output into here. So now what we're going to do is actually change up where this is positioned, and it should make it look better. So, splitter, merger, merge, splitter. All right, merge there. You go over there. There we go. So 60, 60, and we have 120 going in. So what we're going to do is take a merger here in front of this one. So there, to here. I don't have enough plate. I don't have anywhere to grab more plate. All right. We're getting close to the end of the video, and I don't feel like running back to base and then coming back just to do this. So I'm going to do it off camera, but what we're going to do is essentially set up the remainder of these. So this is going to be going into here, this will go into here, this will go into here, and this will be 120, a Mark II, going into this guy. So this gives us 120 input, because that's 45, 45, 90, plus 30, which is 120, going in, 120 coming out, 60, 60, 30, 30, 60 going in. So now these guys are all of our steel beams, and now we have our entire steel factory set up. Yeah. So that's the entirety of our steel factory. This is what it's going to be. And then these will output into truck depots, which will be located... Actually, do I have enough for truck depots? I don't think I do. I do, actually. All right, so we're going to have two different truck depots. Now, I'm going to place them in the center of each one, so this can be merged together. All three of these with a merger right here. Boop. Input into there. And this one, we'll have another truck depot. Ugh. Right next to this guy. And this will have a merger that goes into there. These two will be mergers. And two truck depots. Now, the problem is when you have truck depots next to each other, from what I've seen online, because I've looked this up, is if you have a truck go into here, it'll load up. Now, if it drives by here, it's going to try to load up again. So what you have to do is you literally just have to have it come in, load up, or like back in. It'll come around, back in, and then go out. Or what you do is you separate these enough to where it can pull in, load up, and then drive off. And this will be placed over here. So actually what we're going to do is we'll do exactly that. We'll make sure these truck depots are far enough away from each other that I don't have to worry about it. But I also want to make sure that it has enough room for it to actually make sense. Because we're going to be building walls. So if I grab the walls, basic wall, I don't have enough for it. But it's going to be placed along here, so the walls will be here. So we want to make sure that our truck depot doesn't go along that wall. So let's go ahead and grab transport, truck depot. And this will pretty much be the leftmost truck depot. So trucks will come in this way, come down here, and then fill up on this truck depot, depending on which one they're for. So, all right. That's that truck depot. And then we're going to place one all the way over here, and I'll hook these up. There we go. So now truck depot can go in here, and then it'll go out over there, and then these trucks can come in here and go out over there. So there'll be two separate ins, but only one out. So truck in there, out here, truck in here, out there. So basically, it'll be a wall, kind of like a gate hole, right? Where it'll have like an out, it'll go out there, in here. But then the in will split into two different paths, one there and one here. Oh, I thought those were all birds. I was so confused. But yeah, so this is what it'll look like. And we'll finish that up. I don't know if I'll do this off. I don't know. You guys tell me. Would you guys want me to finish up this base on or off camera? Do you guys want to watch me build this entire thing? Or would you much rather just have it be done when I come back? Let me know in the comments below. But we're gonna go ahead and end the video here, folks. So I really appreciate everyone that watches the videos all the way through to the end. I've had a lot more of you guys that have been interested in the content lately. If you're not already subscribed, just go ahead and do so. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate everyone that does it. I've been watching my subscriber count, and I get excited every time it jumps up. I know it sounds silly, but it's a huge help, and it brings me pleasure and joy. I hope these videos bring you the same amount of pleasure and joy, or at least some sort of entertainment, and hopefully helpful content. So you can see tons of cool, efficient builds like this, where we're not wasting too much room. If you do, subscribe button, like button, and hit that bell notification. As always, I'll see you lads and lasses in the next one. Bye!